What's up, baby dolls? Thanks for tuning in to the Look What We Found podcast. My name is Daniel, and I'm here with
Louie.
Chris.
and welcome to the show.
And real quick, before we get started, don't forget to be a true baby doll and hit that like and subscribe button.
That's right, baby dolls. Hey, I have a cool question.
Yeah.
I have a question for all you guys out there that wear the fanny pack across your chest.
Mm-hmm.
What is in the fanny pack? That's my question. What is it that you're carrying inside the fanny pack? And it better be fucking good.
I have a very good friend, and he listens religiously.
Good.
Thank you.
It's not an insult. I'm just curious.
His fanny pack, by the way, he came to visit not too long ago. He lives in another state, and he was full-on fanny pack. And
Was it a large fanny pack?
It was a good size, like a newborn baby, depending on what kind of baby.
Okay. Was it a certain brand?
He said that his brother-in-law got it from Europe.
It was Italian leather.
It was Italian
Oh,
leather.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No wonder he moved out of state.
Yeah. And you have to make the cuts to get the finer things in life.
Right, yeah.
But he had a lot of weed in and
a lighter, probably.
there's a lighter, some weed.
Some
I think
rolling
he had
paper.
chapstick.
Yeah. Chapstick.
And
I was
yeah,
going to say
okay,
chapstick.
That's one thing that I asked Ambrose. What do you think people have
Chapstick.
in there? And she said chapstick.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Your wallet?
So small. Because we have wallet, keys, phone, and chapstick. I guess if you have super chapped lips. Is this
Yeah,
thing?
that
It's
thing
the
came-
knob on the end. It's okay. Yeah, so he did have chapstick. What made me laugh is that
Fucking
day
amateur hour.
particularly, I felt like I needed one, and I didn't have it on me, and I was like, do I need a fanny pack? But it was just coincidence. I think
You guys have one of those fanny packs, right?
I feel like Louis does.
I have a fanny pack now.
A normal belly one.
The other ones are for the belly too, dude. It's a preference on how you.
Oh,
choose
I
to-
thought some of them were like chest fanny packs.
I feel like we had those belly ones that we gave away, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't really fit across the chest because they were... Don't you need it to be longer to go across the chest?
We didn't try.
We tried. Me and Louie, we have a picture. And it was like right up in the armpit. It was giving me the armpit burn.
I think I have a gray one that I took to Coachella.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's usually what I would take it to, like festivals or something. Keep stuff in there. Once again, in my
to
case,
look
it was
super
also
cool.
drugs. And it wasn't to look cool.
Well,
I know
a little bit to look cool, though, right?
Not for me.
Yeah.
I knew that I looked like a fucking goofball.
Yeah.
At least wearing it in the front, or I made peace with that. It was just practical use for me. It wasn't to enhance my look.
Right.
And I think now it's definitely something that it's an accessory to enhance your look. At least to the people, wearing the fanny packs, I think they think that way.
Yeah. Weed, I think that's a great thing to put in there if
If that's your thing, yeah.
if that's your thing, and you need, because sometimes you need a lot of parts for that. You know what I mean? You got to grind it up. Maybe
Yeah.
you have your certain piece. That's fine, acceptable. Any other ideas of what might be in there?
I figure you put your wallet there if you're a guy. You put your wallet there. Maybe you have some sort of pocket knife.
Pocket knife. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
some sort of weapon.
Yeah, and then you
sort
can,
of weapon on you.
yeah,
I could see that.
And your cell phone if you really want it at the way. But that one I don't buy because I think most people they have the fanny pack and they're here. Their phone's always
It's in
here.
their pocket.
in
There's
pocket.
no way they're unzipping it to
Yeah,
get their phone out and
I
putting
don't
it
think
back
so.
in like
Well, it's
that.
probably in their hand the entire time.
The
Yeah.
phone.
I don't think the phone goes away at all with
no,
most
not,
people.
not anymore.
What would you put in there?
Man, I was trying to think of that. I'm a very much of a phone, keys, wallet type of guy. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but these lips don't get chapped.
Oh.
They're like
shit,
magical.
It's like a superpower.
Yeah, look at them.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
dry out here, and there's some sort of
I don't know if I could do the show. I'm going to be staring at your lips the whole time.
there's some sort of internal chapstick secretion
Oh, lovely.
in my lymphatic system that always comes out. They're like never ever chapped. Only time they're chapped is if I'm like in an extreme amount of drugs and I'm hungover and like I'm
and
just
it's just
super
a very extreme situation.
right. It's a manipulated by some sort of substance, but I don't just wake up. in the
Have
morning.
you used chapstick?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Um,
And I only
He's
asked.
like once. I think it was a Wednesday.
Well, I only asked because
Yeah, it's like a
the
couple
theory is that
times.
once you use chapstick, your lip magic goes away. But that's not true because yours is still around.
No. That's like, if you pluck out a white hair, they all start coming.
Yeah.
You know, those type of things.
Because I feel like I didn't used to get my lips chapped, and then I started using chapstick because of an ex-girlfriend. I started using chapstick more often, and then I couldn't do without it afterwards.
What do you mean because of your girlfriend? Like, did she tell you your lips were chapped
No.
all the time?
She just always used it, so it would become habit to grab hers and use it, even though I didn't need it.
She'd be like,
yeah, exactly.
man.
And then now I'm like, fuck, I got three different flavors at home.
I'm repulsed by it. I hate it if a girl is wearing chapstick.
Really?
It's like a repellent, you know? If they're like you're on a date and then I'm putting that, dipping their finger on it and it's all fucking glossy, I just feel like it tastes like
waxy
wax. It tastes like I'm kissing a fucking candle.
But we're not all gifted like you.
Yeah.
Would you rather kiss dry lips or waxy chapstick lips that taste like wax?
100% wax.
Yeah.
Yes. Give me that candle, baby.
As I was saying it, I was like, I guess waxy lips. Okay, well that's all.
Well, there you go. That's
our time. Okay. What do you guys got?
So, dude, I saw this TikTok, which led me to a podcast I don't remember right now. Cool. But it doesn't matter. The point is, it led me to this podcast, and they were talking about this same subject. It might have sparked this TikTok. I don't know what begat what. Okay. But Louis, can you play this?
Sure.
This TikTok for me.
Let me start it over.
Did you hear me? All girls have different textures. You know what that means? What's my texture, Desmond? You don't ever have that thought. You're a man. You already knew what I was talking about when I asked you.
First of all, I didn't.
Poor guy.
This is what it's like being a guy.
You knew. See, you just said you had to ask me, so like.
Because I mean, you walked up to me all concerned. I'm like,
because I'm concerned.
What would you be talking about?
Like my skin texture, my tongue texture. I could be talking about all types of textures.
Yeah, but all of that
and you said.
All of that stuff is.
No, you're talking about your pussy.
Yeah.
So the podcast they were talking about, I didn't realize that women didn't know that they have different textures down there.
I will,
and it's something that we as guys never discuss, but we all just know. She said that, and we all knew what the fuck she was talking about.
So she's asking her boyfriend, "Do I have a different texture?"
Yes,
or a certain
because
texture?
in the podcast they got a little bit more details. Some of the guys were saying that it felt like a Ruffles chip. Other people said it felt like cold oatmeal. Mm-hmm. And there is
a Ruffles chip.
Yeah, but like a skin textured
like
Ruffles.
That's if they don't use chapstick.
Yeah.
But it was funny to think about that. I didn't realize that's something women would never know.
That's true. I guess they would
unless
know.
We say something and we've not never ever hit on that subject or have any need to bring it up.
Yeah.
But it was just interesting that I was like, wait, yeah, women would never know that. And this girl and the girls in the podcast were just flabbergasted over the fact that there's different textures. I don't know. They all assumed it's all the same down there.
First off, this guy, get out of this relationship immediately.
Right, yeah.
Even if that's a question that you want to ask.
I don't care what the texture is with her.
And yeah, it could be the best texture.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit. Ask good questions, right?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, how's my texture down in my private area? Something like that would have been a good question. She was just picking for a fucking fight. She was looking for a fight.
Well,
yeah.
She's like, what's my texture? What, dude? And you can tell on top of it, I think he was doing the fucking dishes.
I think
which is fine.
I think he's showering.
I do the dishes.
I think he's showering. He was in the shower.
Oh, yeah? Okay, well.
Even worse.
Yeah.
So I think for my read is that she just found out about the textures, and if you see here, it says the fact that my man has other textures before me is ludicrous.
Yeah.
But I think she just found out about textures, was testing the poor guy in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
Asked about the textures, and of course he knew. Yes, sir.
Can I say something? I don't know about personally the textures. Well, maybe it is the texture. When I think of the differences,
Yes.
vagina to vagina,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the overall shape.
Shape, right?
Is the thing that I notice the most.
Right, of course.
So is that the same as the texture?
No, sir. The texture is talking about if you were to insert your fingers inside.
Mm-hmm.
The inside is different. There's different textures from woman to woman.
From the lining, you can
The
say like the
lining
soft lining is a different texture than another woman.
Yes.
Lou,
The headliner
is that your experience?
The headliner inside the car changes.
I feel like it feels pretty similar. Unless, I mean, I
Maybe
don't know
you're
what kind of
driving.
Demogorgon you've been fucking.
Maybe he's
but-
driving the same type of car. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe you've been
That's
driving
right.
the same type of car.
But I'm kind of with Louis. I don't know if I noticed the texture, but it's the shape that
Yes,
that
well,
I
that's
really-
a whole different thing, right?
that I
The
really
shape is-
noticed, and it's a very big difference.
And it's when they said like Ruffles chip and cold oatmeal, immediately I knew what they were talking about.
I
Ruffles chip? You had a Ruffles chip?
Yes, but like skin flavored,
I
like
know
where
what
it's
you mean,
where it's
but-
ridges. There's ridges, and then there's another one that kind of feels like cold oatmeal is actually sort of a good way to describe it.
I
Obviously,
can
keep
see
it,
that
keep
one,
in
though.
Why
mind
not warm oatmeal? Because
Yeah,
it's warm in
because
there.
warm oatmeal tends to be runnier and more liquid. When it gets
Oh.
cold, it gets more. It gets thicker.
Yeah, okay,
but I've
that
never-
makes sense.
So I think so. Keep in mind, both of these descriptions are think about a skin texture, right?
Right.
It's not like an actual chip or like actual cold oatmeal.
Got
but
it. Got it.
think if oatmeal was made of skin or if a Ruffles chip was made of
I
skin.
see what you mean.
It has the ridges, and there is another
I see
type
what you
where
mean.
it's almost as if it's got like little skin leaves on the inside.
Yeah, but I also will say it changes drastically throughout the cycle.
What cycle?
Their
Mud.
cycle, the textures, don't you think?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't
feel
think
like
so.
I think one particular one could feel different at different times. Yeah, is that?
That's what I'm
But like
saying.
they
yeah.
morph.
I don't know if they fucking like
yeah,
the
like
Power
Power
Rangers.
Rangers? Yeah.
But I think it could feel different at times. The same one. Now I don't know if I felt one that had. If I'm not mistaken, Chris, you tell me, Sex Master. You're saying that there,
I didn't say all that.
You felt like a Ruffles. Like if you had a
You
chip,
feel ridges.
and then you put skin on that, like, you know,
Yeah, really soft, squishy skin.
yes, and you felt,
And the ruffles are pliable.
Right, very
Yeah, yeah,
soft, very pliable, but ridges nonetheless. Very pliable, very
I feel
soft
like
ridges.
I feel like he
That's-
might be onto the ridges thing.
yeah. I
and then
think
there's-
now
yeah.
that when you worded it that way,
Yeah.
then it clicked.
So now the other one, and there's different ones. There's hybrids, but the other one is like imagine if we got like the inside of a balloon and slapped skin like textured oatmeal, and that's what it feels like.
I would like to say that Chris is also the only one right now probably experiencing different type of textures.
Different textures.
point.
And for me, it's been so
Oh,
long.
you guys been out of the texture game
right.
for a
it's-
while.
I've been feeling the same texture in the same house for so long, in the same car, that I think all of the cars are probably driving
right.
the
You
same.
feel like, nah, that car can't be
Yeah,
that.
everybody
How,
has a Honda Civic.
how
Yeah,
different
yeah.
is that car?
How
Yeah.
much different is this car? This is
Yeah.
this is a pretty good car.
Yeah, it could be that.
I was just fascinated by. Oh yeah, women would never know that, and
Chris might actually have two cars at this moment, for all we know.
You could probably compare two cars at the same time.
at the same
Yeah.
time. But there is definitely different textures, hybrids of each, and it's. I feel like it's almost it varies as much as a penis does.
If I ever get divorced, that's the first thing I'm going to do is try to see if there's any
Yeah,
textures.
get back in the
you know?
texture game, dude.
I'll be like, Chris, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm over here at this nursing home. There are a lot of different textures.
I like that you're gonna be really old when you get.
I'm going to be really old. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that was it. I wanted to discuss that because we never had.
Yeah, no.
I'm glad that you showed a video because I have a video too, and this is something that I was discussing with the missus today.
Okay.
And then we had different perspectives.
The texture.
And we had different perspectives, and I wanted to. Oh, of course. Of course. Give me 1 sec, guys. Oh, cool. Here it is. I want to see. This is Bad Bunny clip, and I want to see what you guys think about it. So if you can peek over, Daniel. Let me see if there's there is, of course. I did have it set up.
This is a disaster. This is a fucking disaster.
I had it set up.
Amateur
It's acting
hour.
weird, dude.
Oh, we got to get the Don Ad version.
Give me 1 sec.
Oh, we gotta cut all this out.
Yeah,
Please.
for sure.
Cut this shit out.
Here we go.
That recently surfaced online. You can
Oh
see
my
that
god.
I'm trying to get photos with him.
Here we go.
Okay, here you go.
Here's Bad Bunny walking.
Girl trying to take a selfie with him, snatches her phone, tosses it in the river.
A solid 25 yards.
He
Keeps
snatches
walking.
the phone.
Is this back sweaty or is that
It
the
does
way
look like
that?
the fan violated his personal space, and this resulted in Bad Bunny to snap and throw the fan's phone away.
Okay,
Control
stop
Bad Bunny's
that guy from
behavior.
talking.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
so explain the video.
The video is very simple. Bad Bunny's somewhere where there's a lot of people. You can tell is surrounding him, and he's walking, and a girl approaches him, and then doesn't really say, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" Nothing like that. She just starts walking ahead of him and to the side and tries to get a selfie, right?
Yeah.
And then
Kind of her back to his chest.
like this,
With,
and
with
then-
the selfie pose.
Right.
she has it here
Uh-huh.
as they do that angle on top. So he goes, boom,
Grabs
grabs
it.
it, and then goes, "See ya," and throws it like 30 yards to the left.
Okay.
And then
And she looks like she's about to cry as soon as it
Yeah.
happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I want to know how you guys feel about him doing that response,
Mm-hmm.
and then also her. How do you feel about what she did? And you guys
And she's just crying.
um,
Oh, you mean what she did just as taking the
it's
selfie?
just
Okay.
in general the whole thing, right? Like just feeling that she. Well, you know what? I don't want to skew. Not that I'm going to be able to skew you guys. What do you guys feel about it? Because I had an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I'm interested to know what.
Yeah, what was the
Jasmine
conversation?
would even
And
say.
before you go on, the rest of the video goes on a little bit. People start to be like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And he says something like, "Respect my space. I just ate. I'm uncomfortable. Just
Yeah.
pretty much respect my space."
Yeah.
I think he says "respeten mi espacio." I think. he
Yes.
said. He literally says "respect my space." Now, what was the conversation that you and your lady had?
Well, the conversation is very simple. I said, I don't think I would have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's not the go-to move for me,
Right.
but I understand it
Sure.
because I think I'm capable of it. I don't know how many times.
If any one of us three, it's definitely you.
Yeah,
You would definitely grab the phone and toss it.
me?
Yeah, out of us three, yeah.
Maybe. But what I was saying is
Or
like,
the most angered by it.
Right.
Yeah.
The most triggered.
and I just feel like we don't know. This could have been the 10th time it happened today, and maybe the 100th time it happened all fucking week. And we expect these people to be some sort of saints. And also, if you're really their fan, I think you should put their what they would want ahead of what you would want. If you really feel that strongly about them, I've been in the same room as people I really admire.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a comedy type of guy. Like, not that I'm a fucking comedian or anything like that, but I'm saying I like comedy a lot. And Chris and I have been to like a lot of shows, and we're very fortunate to live in the city where there's plenty clubs and there's small clubs, and you can see people you idolize, and like at a bar.
Right.
We've been next to people we fucking admire, and they're right there alone drinking, and they're just waiting to get on set, and we still don't fuck with them. And I want to talk to them. I want to maybe, but then I go, no, I don't want to say anything. What the fuck am I going to say?
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm cool just watching a show, right? And so that's me. So I can put myself in the situation of a fan, and I would never do that. Then I was telling her that, and it's just like, yeah, but you know.
Yeah, what was her side?
Her side is like, listen, when you become a public figure like that in entertainment, that's part of the deal. Sure, is it ideal? No. It was the girl maybe correct in doing that? No, but you have to understand that's going to happen. You reap the benefits from it. These are some of the negatives, and then that just comes with the job, dude.
Right.
You shouldn't have tossed that girl's phone, you know. And I was like,
That's what she says.
that's what she said.
Okay.
And what I said is like, I don't think he should have tossed the phone either. But I understand it, and I go like, well, you know, maybe she'll fucking think about it twice before invading somebody's private area. Space.
Yeah.
But What do you guys think about it?
You know, I almost feel like both sides are
valid.
valid.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if you're a celebrity, that's going to come with the territory.
Yeah.
But if you're a fan, you have to realize that sometimes your attention towards celebrities is going to be unwanted and unwelcome, and you might catch them on a bad day. And if you're going to be that intrusive, and they throw your phone, you just kind of be like, well, yeah, I didn't fucking ask, you know? And so I kind of think, both of them were right.
Yeah.
You know?
I do feel this. When we were, it wasn't even an argument. We were just kind of like, I was like, I get what you're saying, dude. Like if somebody gave me the opportunity. By the way, if you guys don't know who Bad Bunny, he's a Latin music artist, and of course you fucking do, because he was actually the top selling live show performance artist. So he sold the most tickets for live shows last year in 2022
In the world.
In the fucking world, dude.
I'm sure he crossed over pretty.
And on top
pretty
of
big.
it, I think I just read something today where he was the one that would stream the most also. So not just live, also in streams. He's fucking killing it.
Do you guys know where the name Bad Bunny came from, and does it translate somehow different? Like in Spanish, does it just not translate good to English?
I don't know. It doesn't. And it doesn't translate. And I don't know. I don't know if it's like a Playboy Bunny thing. I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
Also, we got to keep in mind that he's Puerto Rican, right?
Yes.
And who knows what kind of
meaning
meaning they have?
Down there.
Like
we don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, because the slang for Mexicans is, if we say something like, if you go to a Cuban, Puerto Rican, or some other type of Latin person, they might be like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
You could say a whole paragraph that they wouldn't understand, and vice versa, I'm sure.
So we don't know, but I was definitely torn between this. I was mainly on, if I was, to be honest, I was more on his side, because it's like, I think people, and I've seen it, dude. I've seen people just completely forget that these people are human, and this is about me getting my fucking likes. I don't care. Dance for me, monkey. You know?
Yeah.
So
it comes along the lines of the paparazzi thing. It's a very intrusive thing, and I kind of think whatever happens, you know?
Yeah.
And then fans, anybody can say that they're a fan, right? This guy, you know, probably has fans that have been following him since, who knows, since he started in SoundCloud, and you know, have been buying his shit when it was probably hard to find, and now it's super easy to find, and they still pay for the fucking thing. There's probably fans like that. Now, most people that approach him or other celebrities saying, "Oh my God, I'm your biggest fan," it's like, are you? You're his biggest fan? I don't think they really are. So on top of that, there's also that, like, dude, you just wanted a picture. But
sometimes when you're out and you see somebody that is famous or well known in whatever community, like maybe you're at a show and there's someone fighting and he's not super famous, maybe you want to give him the acknowledgement. Like, I think it's really important that I tell this guy that I like what he does, or that he's like a good guy, or hey man, I really like the stuff you put out, or whatever. You know, I feel like sometimes you want to do that for people, right? Like, it's important you tell that to them.
Yeah.
And when I was in Hawaii, we went to the Blue Note in Hawaii, and there was a saxophone player that lives in Hawaii that I just so happened to follow on Instagram.
Whoa.
The guy is definitely not famous by any means.
Yeah.
He has about, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 followers.
Yeah.
And he just came up on my feed, and I thought he was pretty good. And he's like surfing and does the saxophone, and he's
It
like a
was cool
small
enough
time
to
I was like,
snatch your
this guy's
attention.
he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely not like a phenom or anything like that. He was just pretty good. And I was like, oh, it was just a crazy coincidence. I was like, holy shit,
He's right
it's
here.
that fucking guy, Surf Reggie Sax or whatever it was.
Right.
I was like, I can't believe he's playing this fucking gig. And for sure, he was not a regular in that band, because he lives in Hawaii, and I know he doesn't tour with the Chicago people. So he just literally, they call him up on the phone. They're like, hey man,
We need a
can you
sax
play
guy."
this gig? Here's the music. He's like, yes, I can. And he sight read the whole thing. Fucking killed it, right?
Yeah.
I'm like telling Amber, I'm like,
You
dude,
have to say
I
something.
gotta go up to this. I gotta go up to him, because no one knows who this fucking guy
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I'm the only person here that probably knows who that
Right,
saxophone
right.
player is. And during the concert, I'm like, saxophone solo! Like, I'm being like that guy. He gets a solo. He fucking kills it. I'm like so excited to go see this guy after the show. I'm like, hey, man. And he goes like, he gives me the nod and he fucking walks right by me, dude. And I was like, and then Amber's like laughing, you know. I'm like, fucking this fucking saxophone player, loser ass motherfucker.
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking diss me.
There you go.
Fucking small time motherfucker. You know.
I didn't even like you anyway, bitch.
Yeah, you're not even that fucking good.
Yeah.
So that can happen.
Yeah, of course, dude. That could also fucking happen. I was fortunate that I've only done it once. And the guy was, I think you were there, Chris. We go to a comedy show. It wasn't a comedian, actually. It was a small little venue. And then all of a sudden I see this guitar. Well, I see a person that passes me by. And I was like, he looks like a guitarist of a band that I really like. And I say his name. And then I say his last name. He turns around and I was like, oh my. And then I was like, I don't know what came over me. I never say shit. And I go, it's like, I've seen you guys a bunch. I'm a big fan. And then I shook his hand and I told him that, I don't know what the fuck I told him. But it was like, he comes back later and he gives me guitar picks, dude.
Oh, no shit.
And it one of them has his name. But anyways, that for me, that was a very, a good experience, though. I think later on when I saw him again, he was like, I don't want to talk to him, and I think he was like creeped out by me.
Yeah.
But I wasn't gonna approach him anymore.
Right.
But they have their guard up, I feel, and I don't know if that's what that guy did to you. I want to say
No, he just big timed him.
what a piece of shit.
Dude, or he didn't like. I don't even know. Like, it's just. First of all, it's not like the type of genre.
Yeah.
Of music where you get a bunch of people going
Just
like
rushing him.
If you're a horn player in the back, like most people are checking for the lead singer or the lead guitar, if anyone's even going after him after. You know what I mean? I just thought he was
saxophone guy,
the fucking saxophone guy with the ponytail from Hawaii. I don't know, dude. But fucking A, dude.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you guys about that.
That's hilarious.
Anyways, Chris, what do you think about this bullshit?
I just want to start by saying nobody hates Bad Bunny more than me.
Okay.
I really can't stand it. I don't get it.
You hate Bad Bunny?
I hate Bad Bunny.
I don't
really.
get it.
I can't. I don't get it. It's not that I don't think that people can't enjoy his music. I just don't understand how in 2022, 2023 he's like the Beatles. It's not. It's a ratio thing. It's not that he's popular. It's how insanely popular he is. I don't get it. I don't see it. I know it. He draws like fucking crazy. Well, you just threw out a stat, but I also think that she needed to back the fuck off. And sure, he's a celebrity, but he's also a human being, and he can react however he wants.
Do you think?
And also, I don't think him throwing the phone is that egregious.
No, I don't think so either.
I think he could do way fucking worse.
He should have hit her. But
Speaking of that,
do you like his music at all?
Not one bit.
Do you think
I don't
there's
get it
anything
1 second.
unique about his music or his style
I don't
anything?
understand how he talks like that. There's every single thing about it is lost on me completely. Completely,
wow.
rhythmically, his voice, lyrically, like the whole vibe is just completely lost on me.
What about his weird video? Do you watch his videos?
Oh, I've seen a few. You've showed me a few of his videos.
He's like,
I think they're funny.
they're interesting, right?
They're sure.
They're borderline,
they're definitely
sometimes almost bizarre,
nonsensical. Yeah. So that, I guess, there you go. You got me somewhere. His videos are
interesting,
somewhat entertaining.
but you like them.
I do,
But
yeah.
you like
But what
Bad
is
Bunny.
it that you like about them?
About the videos?
How do they make you feel?
I just feel like anyone that's doing
Something
shit that's
different?
never been done before, that's pushing the envelope, like he's like, hey, I don't want to have a dick in this one, you know? And they're like, yeah, sure. And he like doesn't have a fucking dick, you know? And then he does that weird shit where he jumps out of the water. I just think that if those aren't his ideas, I think that those are some new ideas that affect other artists. So I always appreciate when someone does something that's different. That's all, you know.
I can see that. You get, I get also kind of
He dresses
disappointed.
like a big old titty girl
that
with a
too.
big ass, and he's twerking by himself. And in that video,
Yeah.
But then don't you have to be careful with just falling for that gimmick shit?
Yeah, right.
Like I'm just
Sure.
gonna be outrageous. And who cares if the music is fucking stupid?
Louis mentioned comedy earlier. There's a thing called shock comic where you're just trying to say outrageous shit to trigger people for the sake of outrage and triggering. And I feel like music can fall into that too.
Sure.
Where you're just different for the sake of being different, not actually because there's any artistry in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he has a unique way of expressing, I think, at least his style. It's not inconsistent in where he's like, oh, I'm going to wear a fucking bear costume with a dick hanging out of my side.
But he wasn't like that at the beginning, from what I understand.
Well, that's good. That means you evolve. The worst is an artist that stays the fucking same the whole time.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Those are the good ones are like, the Coltrane's, or I'm not comparing him to Coltrane, but if you,
Please,
it's okay. You can
or
compare
even someone like,
well, the Beatles.
sure, the Beatles.
Well, the Beatles are the. Never
let's
mind, I'm
not
a Beatles
compare
fan.
to the Beatles.
But what I'm saying is the Beatles
but
are constantly changing. They were the epitome of constant change.
Right. So what I'm saying is, if they weren't like that at the beginning, I think that's a good thing, because if he came out like, yeah, I'm crazy bad boy, like that's a gimmick,
Like AC/DC is a good example of staying the same. They're successful,
Right.
but it's the same fucking thing. They're known for the same 3 chords, and they have music that's good. But you're right. I do appreciate when people evolve. Sometimes I get disappointed when they like, oh, you went the wrong way. But fuck, at least they're trying. Bad Bunny, I don't know. Here's the thing I have with Bad Bunny and other
It
artists.
feels like smoke and mirrors to me.
Yes, but I've always had a thing about. I was like, well, fuck. I mean, I don't necessarily like all of his music. Some songs I kind of can, I fuck with, but for the most part, it's not for me. The music, even if put a blindfold on me. Now you add the video, then I go. Since I don't like the music that much, I go like, well, it's like when I see a hair band. Just with the fireworks and all the bullshit, or Tommy Lee, like on the drums with that spins upside down. I was like, well, the music still sucks to me. Like, it doesn't matter. But I can see it though. I think there's something there that I'm just not. It's not for me. It's not in my DNA either. I don't know if I hate him as much as Chris, but I can.
Yeah,
see
I didn't know that Chris hated him that huge, Yeah,
huge like.
I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea.
I just don't.
Well, you like J Balvin, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't. Oh, okay.
No. And
I don't think he has.
I thought
either.
who? Oh, I thought it was Chris.
No.
Jasmine loves likes J Balvin a lot and Bad Bunny a little bit. But it's not me,
Right.
I tried, dude.
So she likes him.
She likes Bad Bunny.
So
she even wanted to have a Bad Bunny
So
party.
that's why
Bad Bunny party, yeah.
she was against him in this story where he threw the girl's phone.
Yes.
And you, who don't like him, were kind of sticking up for him a little bit.
Yeah, that's the funny part, right? Well, I just can see myself, and maybe it's because you guys were like, you would throw the fucking phone. Maybe I would. I would just like...
No, we didn't say that. We just said, out of us 3, I think you would throw it first.
But that's what I told her. I can see myself...
I feel like it would bother him the most.
Yeah, he would be the most triggered. I don't think he would be the most triggered by it.
I don't think I would have thrown a girl's phone, no.
But it's not that big of a deal.
We're acting least bothered.
We're acting like he threw her baby. He just threw a fucking phone.
And he didn't even throw it in the water.
Did he? It looked like he did.
Oh, did he throw it in the water?
I don't think so, because then I saw a video. It's all fucking cracked.
Oh, okay,
so I don't
good.
think it
Whatever.
hit water. But
he tried, right?
He was definitely trying to
I
get
don't know.
in
You guys have to
zone.
see the video. She's on him pretty hard, dude. And he's like trying to walk. He's trying to, and I get that he's somebody famous and that comes with the territory, but he's also a human being, and that doesn't stop no matter how famous you get and how many people follow you, and you're going to have a human reaction from time to time.
Now, let's just say this podcast blows up.
That's what I was going to say.
Let's say this podcast
It's
blows
Oh,
up.
sorry, dude. I interrupted you. So you think I would be the less bothered by that type of interaction?
I was just trying to say, like, if we could each have
you were
a reaction.
You were gonna rate us, I think.
I was going to say, Louis, I don't think he would throw the phone. But I think he'd be the most pissed off about it later on.
Yeah.
You know,
just talking in the
afterwards.
limo, just
He'd
like
be in the fucking limo
"That
just
fucking
steaming."
Right. He'd be like, that fucking asshole, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. I feel like I can be the most reactive.
Oh.
So I feel like
you're
maybe
more likely to throw it.
I would throw it, and then I would regret it heavily.
Even though you're not as triggered by it, it would take less for you to just grab it and snatch it. And then the whole limo ride, you're like,
I would feel bad, and I'd be like, fuck, they're going to fucking sue us or something like
Right.
that. I fucked up. I'd be like beating myself up over being so reactive. I think Chris would be...
trying to fuck her.
I would definitely be the least bothered. I think I would be the least
He'd be
bothered.
like Ruffles and oatmeal or whatever.
I think I'd be the
Yeah,
least.
what's your texture, girl? Yeah, I'll take a selfie. I got to know your texture.
I think I'd be the least bothered, but I would feel the least guilty about throwing it if I actually threw it.
Yeah. But in the long run, it would bother Chris the most over time.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Over
yeah,
time,
yeah,
this
yeah.
It would
stuff would start.
fester. It would really fester.
And it would be like, what's wrong with the world? And it would kind of add to the
I would
stuff
have
he
an
doesn't
existential-
like.
Yeah.
I'd have
about
an
the-
existential crisis.
Right. Over the long term. He's
Over just some chick trying to take a picture with
He'd be
me.
disappointed in the species and what the podcast had become. And does he really want to do this anymore?
Yeah,
you
and I don't know, guys. I think I'm gonna quit. I don't know. This isn't for me. This isn't what I signed up for.
He didn't even want to go in the first place,
Right.
but we made him fucking go because I was
yeah.
manipulating him to go. And,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know,
fucking Daniel.
yeah.
But
Do you
here-
guys think? Sorry.
No, you're good.
Do you think that celebrities really sell their souls to become famous?
No.
Have you ever heard that before?
Like Hendrix?
Like all of them.
Yeah, pretty much everybody,
Like
right?
there's the huge
The jazz,
conspiracy
jazz
theory.
guys, right? It's huge.
Right,
huge
it started
in jazz.
with Robert Johnson, which was a blues guitarist that apparently he wasn't fucking good at all, and then all of a sudden
Apparently, he was trash.
and then all of a sudden then he makes his way
leaves and comes
in,
back.
in those bars in the South, and then he gets a guitar and they're like, what are you doing, dude? Put that shit down. We know
Right.
how you play, kid. And then he starts fucking blah, 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 and then they're like, what the fuck? It was illogical. It didn't make sense how good he got.
Right.
And that's where the Crossroads thing started, and then they said it about all kinds of people. But I do think to some extent the famous people sell something. I don't know if it's their soul, but their privacy. Their
Do you think?
Well, what's our fucking
what
deal?
I'm asking
Who
is,
do we make this contract with?
Do you think that they're going to a group of elitists, powerful people,
Okay.
and they come up to us and they see we're getting some traction on the podcast? You know, they're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
man, these guys right here,
Yeah.
we need to approach them because if we don't, they're going to have a certain amount of influence on the rest of the world.
Sure.
These guys are not saying the same thing that everyone else is, and I'm worried that blah, blah, blah. Let's approach them. They're not that big yet, right? And they come up to us and they're like, hey, man, we really like your guys' show. We can make you guys as big as you want to be. Big as you want to be. But, you know, you have to. You can't talk about girls' textures and or I don't know. I don't know what
Just
to
wear
do.
these collars.
Wear these collars, and you have to do some sort of initiate. You have to wear a dress. Like we see all the celebrities wearing fucking like dresses on the cover of magazines. You have to do the humiliation ritual. We have to do like a sacrifice in your family, and we'll give you all the power and all of the glory in this life. Do you think that happens?
I think it definitely happens.
Yeah, me too.
There's a reason
It
why.
definitely happens.
Yeah,
Oh.
for sure. There's a reason why Paul McCartney doesn't own his own fucking Beatles music. You know, because you sign shit when you're desperate. When you're fucking 19, you don't have an attorney or
I don't mean I'm not talking about a bad record deal.
I know what you mean. What I'm saying is, I think you're. Well, maybe explain, because I what I was getting is that they approach you when you're not as famous, but they see something in you, and then they make you sign some shit that there goes everything, right? You're
Right. Or
You mean like with Michael Jackson?
Like with Michael Jackson, with
Or
Dave,
like
Dave
Beyonce-
I'll
Beyonce?
even say Dave Chappelle as an example. Okay, remember when Dave Chappelle just up and left and no one knew what happened to him, and they started to try to paint a picture of him
Like
that
that
he
he
went
was
crazy,
insane, yeah.
but he didn't go crazy, or that's what he says he didn't do.
Yeah.
So was he approached by the people because he was
Oh,
going too off
absolutely,
track?
right?
Say, look, you can't do this shit anymore. We need to make some sort of arrangement. And instead of joining them, like most of the Hollywood celebrities and elites, he said no. And then they try to fucking throw, dirt on his name, make up fake stories about him. I just want to know if that's more common than
I think it has
We
to.
think
I think
so.
it has to
I
be.
think it is.
And the only reason we don't see it is because everybody takes the deal.
most. I think right, exactly.
So
Everyone
there's
takes the
outliers
deal.
like Dave Chappelle is an excellent example. Maybe somebody like, I don't know. I would have said Joe Rogan before. I don't know anymore. Like I don't know. He might be part of
he
part
has
of
the Spotify deal.
Yeah. So
people
but-
have asked him that on the show.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So I think most people take it.
Yeah.
So we don't see it. But I definitely think there's some power that's like, okay, we need to hop on this right now before we need to throw these chains on this dragon before it learns how to fly.
Yeah.
And then you just never do. And I don't think we ever see the consequences. And that's why Dave Chappelle's I have such a fucking inspiration for, I think, a lot of us, because it's almost like the little guy who fucking said, fuck you, I'm going to do my own thing. And they painted him out to be fucking crazy. They're always talking shit. They're still on his ass.
Mm-hmm.
They're still trying to get him.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's fucking insane.
And they have.
And who is it? I don't even know. Who is that? Who is after him?
Exactly. Who are they?
Yeah, who?
Yeah.
But
somebody is.
And do they exist? That's what I was.
I think they do exist.
Yeah.
And I've actually have thought about this before. I was like, if we got approach not to that level where we'll like them, right, like a whole fucking thing, but I have thought if a company approaches us and they offer us exposure and maybe a good signing bonus and a nice fucking salary, that I don't think we should do it on a long-term type of thing. I was like, we can do it for like 2-3 years, and if it works, we have to get. I don't know. I've always thought, look, dude, if we just do it, all right, 2-3 years, we leave, we get the exposure, we got it from them. They fuck us over for those 2-3 years. Our content, it'll be theirs. If there's no other way, I would obviously try to keep the rights to our shit.
2-3 years is a long time, man.
Correct, but
it's fine.
But it's fine because
we're
as
doing
long
it right now anyway.
As long as correct.
I ain't taking no deals.
And
Chris is not taking a deal.
I'm not taking any.
We're gonna have to kill Chris, dude.
No shit,
I'm
dude.
not taking any fucking deals. So just know that.
All right.
If we don't do this ourselves, I ain't taking no fucking deals.
I don't know, man. I would.
We'll cross that fucking road.
No shit.
Everyone calm down.
There's no need to break up a band without a hit single.
Jesus Christ.
Well, anyways, I thought about that, and I think I always was like, you take the initial deal for the shortest time possible, and you fucking walk away if the next deal isn't good.
I just feel like any time there's a smear campaign that's run on somebody that I feel like is going off track, I never believe the headlines anymore. I always question. I'm like, no, I don't fucking believe that shit.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like I don't believe anything anymore. I'm so fucking paranoid. I don't believe anything they say on the fucking news.
So you think all that shit about Kanye is a lie?
I believe it's very possible. You know, I mean, they froze his fucking bank account. He does kind of act pretty crazy. But who knows, you know?
How sad is it if he's like totally normal?
He's not, though.
And they're out to
They're still freezing his bank accounts, though.
No, I'm not saying that's right. I don't think that's right either. But what I'm saying
is, why do it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know,
I just don't what is the fucking motive to doing that, you know? I just don't fucking understand.
Do they really lose money?
Who?
Like, they being like companies that sponsor advertisement,
the media.
Well, not just the media. Like, do they lose money? Let's just say Kanye comes out on NBC on a show, and then people go up in arms about what the fuck NBC, and then the people like Tide and TGIF, McDonald's, all the companies that buy commercial ads and. Do they really fucking lose money? Are you stopping and not getting a fucking McMuffin because they were in a commercial on an NBC show where Kanye came out? Are you really fucking stopping and thinking about it?
I don't think McDonald's. But do you think, like, for instance, do you think Balenciaga do you think they're finding a huge dip in sales right now? Do you think it's affecting their bottom line at all?
Well, in that one, I think it might be.
It might, right?
But that one's more direct. Well, I guess I was talking more like if you're on a channel or whatever, dude, and it's like that channel isn't necessarily backing what he says, but they had him on.
They gave him a platform.
Correct. I don't agree with. You can give somebody a platform without agreeing with what they say. Like if Kanye came in here right now, dude, and he wanted to do a show with us, I would vote on yes.
Fuck yeah, I would vote on yes.
No, you know what I mean? Even if we were famous, and because we have nothing to lose right now, so it's very easy for me to say,
right?
Yeah,
but now we have 10 sponsors, right? Yeah, and then they're like, Louis, you can't have Kanye on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're the fucking blah, blah, blah organization. We don't support that. So I feel like anytime you have a sponsor, you sell a little bit of yourself, right?
Yes.
Sure.
You sell some of yourself. There's a price to this. There's going to be a price to get to that level.
If you agree.
And are you willing to pay the price,
If you agree, right?
And that's a price. That's a price of fame. Having people take pictures and, how much of yourself are you willing to give?
Also,
Yeah.
Bad Bunny, if you can fucking see this, and I know that you will. Hey, get mad at your security guards. You made the most fucking money having shows. You can pay for fucking 5 guys to handle a 120-pound girl to not come near you, dude. So, I saw this thing with Lady Gaga. I was watching the something on TV, and she says that.
But what if it's okay for girls to approach them?
Well, look, if that's his instruction,
Right.
if those are their instructions, then hey, my bad, Bad Bunny, I'll shut the fuck up. But if you didn't want anybody to approach you, it seemed like he had plenty of guys around him.
And
fucking
girls.
ask him to do their job, dude. This thing that I saw with Lady Gaga, she says, what I spend the most money on is privacy. So these people, they go like, oh, this and that. I was like, if you spend enough money and if you have it, you'll get the space that you want.
Right.
So just invest a little bit more on that. But the thing with famous people is that they want the benefits of walking into a restaurant and getting the best table without any reservations, walking into a club and having all the fucking girls trying to be with you that night, right? And getting all the free shit, because the more you have, the more free shit you get. That's cool.
That's got to be so
So
wild.
you think they want their cake and eat it too?
Correct, dude. And that's where I do agree with Jasmine. I was like, you're right. And from that aspect, yes, you get all of these benefits. As soon as you're not feeling a little fucking selfie, you throw her phone. I was like, well, were you throwing back the fucking panties that were flying at you like the night before?
Yeah.
Well, then later on, you're up in a balcony at a club and you're slapping your girlfriend and everybody's videotaping
Oh,
you
no
when
shit,
you're Dana
dude.
White. Did you hear about that, dude?
Wait, what?
Dana
didn't-
White
you didn't
slapped
see
his
Dana
wife
White?
on video.
Dana White slapped his
Dana
wife
White
on
of the UFC,
video?
yes.
Shut up.
You know what's so funny, dude?
It was a deep fake.
No, it's not. So,
You see that Theo Vaughn singing that song?
oh, dude, it was so funny. What was funny is that last week or 2 weeks, I saw that he's doing the slap thing. What is it called? Power slap, and he's bringing the slap competition to America. And he's somehow, I don't know if he's involved or the president.
Dana White is?
Dana White,
Oh,
dude.
that's great.
2 weeks later, he's in Cabo, New Year's Eve, and his wife. I'm assuming they were both drunk. They're
She's
arguing.
being very aggressive with him.
and
She's
fucking
How aggressive? Is she pushing him?
he's like, okay.
He's trying to-
She
the
deserve to
video I
get
saw,
slapped?
he's like this, holding her because he can read that her intentions are to hit him.
Okay.
And so he's holding him. I don't know if they sequenced it correctly, but he's like holding her. They're arguing. Finally, she fucking smacks the shit out of him.
oh, she smacks him.
She smacks him first.
Okay.
And then he smacks her back.
Oh, okay.
And then smacks her one more time. And then she goes after him. And
Oh,
then
shit.
security jump in. And that was the video I saw.
Yeah, and that was it, dude. It's just like a 10-second clip. I have it right here. Hold on, let me see if it starts playing.
Do you think that
It's loading the internet. Oh, here we go.
Do you think that you would have slapped her if you were in the same
Good
situation? Do you think that she deserved to get slapped? As controversial as that is.
I'm not gonna say.
You don't think-
No, I don't know, man. You know what? It makes me feel weird when there's like, she's super intoxicated, super,
okay.
and he might also be super intoxicated.
They both said that they were.
So I don't know because now it's like, are you really slapping her because it's your reaction to slap, or are you just fucking drunk and you're slapping her back?
Right.
Also, I do want to say, let me defend him just a tiny little bit.
Fine.
He doesn't smack her like
she smacked him.
no.
It's just like a A.
He does like he does give her like one, but you can tell it's Dana White, dude. He could have really hurt
Could
her.
have laid her out.
Yes, but he doesn't. And
It's just like a hey.
But she is. Yes, it felt
This
like a
could have
check,
been harder.
like a little check, like hey, don't poke the bear. But I mean, look, man, he's.
I thought he got it pretty good.
What do you think, Louis? You think it was valid?
Would you slap her?
Would you have slapped
I
her
don't think
if
I
you were in
would
the same situation as Dana
I don't
White?
think I would have, but
But your slap league is coming to the U.S., so
I think I would definitely want to, especially in the environment that they were. A bunch of people saw her slap him, and they're in the middle of a fucking club.
Super toxic environment, huh?
And I'm
Just
I
like
would
all
have
these
been just
people-
like, fuck, embarrassed,
Loud Spanish
right,
music.
right.
and just angry.
It's just like when a woman slaps you, there's no win for you after
Or
that.
anybody. Oh,
Well,
I
if
see.
a man
I
does,
see.
you
Yeah.
can, you can
No, you can
fucking
still
slap
win.
him, you know?
Yeah.
There's no like, yeah, he really got her back. You know, she fucked up. That doesn't happen.
No.
You just either your
Yeah,
fucking
you're
wife
fucked if
slapped
you
you
do-
and you're a bitch, or you slapped your wife and you're a bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
You just can't get slapped in the first place, man.
Yeah.
Which he was trying to prevent with the wrist control.
But she got out of
She
it.
got out of it.
Yeah, and I'll show you right here. I hope I found it. But let me see if I can.
I'm nervous about this.
And you got to let us know what you would do.
UFC President Dana White and his wife Ann brought it all in, but the celebration became physical. The video obtained.
Oh, she's wasted, huh?
She looked, yeah.
Oh!
His
Oh.
wife's wrist,
Oh, he didn't even get
Hold
her.
on. Another one.
and Ann slapping him. Then White open hand slaps his significant other, not just.
Did she fall over?
No, I think she goes at him, and then that's when everybody else
I
jumps
think he
in.
was like, hey, boom. She got him like kind of on surprise, right?
Yeah, I don't think he was fucking prepared for that.
Damn.
Would you slap her?
Depends how long we were married, I feel like. You know?
23 years.
Like right
Like,
now,
does more time give you more?
I think your wick is just shorter. You know what I mean?
Oh.
oh,
like
the
It's
opposite.
like 20,
Your wick.
25 years.
Is it more or less acceptable to slap her if you've been with her 30 years as opposed to 3?
I think it's more understandable, you know? Like, this bitch
You're like,
has been
look,
getting on my nerves the
It's
last
been
like,
30 years. He's never
She
laid a
always,
finger on her.
right? Yeah, she always fucking does this. This is the 10th time she's fucking slapped him when she's drunk.
Yeah.
And maybe she'll think about it the fucking next time.
It's also so dangerous for a woman to slap a man. It's just
You think it's dangerous for the... I feel like it's more dangerous for the guy after he slaps
it's
her
definitely
back.
more humiliating to be slapped. But I say that because there was a video going around of a few months ago. It looks like they're Russian or Ukrainian, and there's this girl they're at a bar. It looks like it's after hours. It looks like it's the people that work there. This girl, obviously, I don't understand the language, but she stomps over this guy and slaps him so fucking hard. And dude, he gives it to her back and lays her out, completely.
Oh, I think I've seen that
Completely
one.
I've
just
seen that
sits
one.
her ass down.
Yeah.
And dude, that shit is fucking dangerous.
Yes,
You might
I agree.
slap the wrong one. Now, is it okay? Of course not. But you might slap the wrong one. You don't know what kind of childhood this motherfucker had.
Yeah.
You don't know what kind of mother he had. You don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just err on the side of caution is all I'm saying. 'Cause
Yeah, dude, I saw another one where the girl slaps this one black dude, a big fucking guy, dude. And this guy doesn't slap her back. He punches her straight in the fucking
Oh,
mouth.
my God.
She fucking knocked out. What? Women, if you touch anybody, especially a man, if they hit you, it's a different fucking thing. I know you guys don't like to think that sometimes. It just is, dude.
It
just
is.
just
You
like
gotta
how
be
your
fucking
girlfriend thinks she could take you in a fight, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then babe, I'll kill you. I will fucking kill you. I would never, but I could.
Does she think she had a chance?
No, she doesn't. But she'll think,
I feel like she
I
does,
feel like she
dude.
does.
yeah, she might.
I feel
actually,
like
but
I feel like she
and I feel like you can clone 3 of her and still win.
yeah, absolutely.
and I feel like she'd be like, yeah, okay, you had a couple
Right,
of
okay,
fights,
big-
Louis,
big strong man.
Oh, you're a boxing coach, you know. I feel like she doesn't really understand. You know what I
No.
mean? I don't think she really
She thinks
understands.
that. Look, it didn't help that I've fallen 3 times in front of her. Right?
Okay, here's
But
that
the
whole
other day,
story
a
again.
while ago, we were at my parents' house and we were just visiting, and then she just starts talking shit, and my parents like it for the most part. For the most part. But when I was a kid, I did taekwondo, and I was pretty good at it.
Right.
And and then she tries to shit
Made it
on
to
me.
nationals,
Shit on
baby.
Taekwondo, yeah.
Made it
Yeah.
to nationals.
Yeah, and state champ.
Well, I mean, hey, fuck, I'm not fucking saying anything about it. And that's just one of the disciplines. You also went on and you fought
Yeah,
other martial arts. you
but
know?
and then it's fine. But what she makes me sound in her eyes, like I'm just a
klutz.
clumsy fuck, dude.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I was like, dude, you
See what
and
I
it
mean?
and next thing you know, like I could be Dana White in 23 years and fucking hit Jasmine in the face because even without her slapping me, just her questioning my fucking my crescent moon that I used to crescent kick that I used to have, you know. Anyways, Dana White, fuck, way to add. Like I feel like that was a promotion for the slap show that he.
It could be
That
man.
or maybe it's the media making shit up. And this
they're
isn't a
trying
real
to bury
story.
him.
Yeah, they're trying to bury him because he's not playing along.
Guess what, dude? The people that would cancel him are watching the UFC. He's good. He's fucking good. Dana, you're good, dude. All right, what do you got, Daniel?
All right. I have this, man. Maybe I should save this. I've had it for like 3 weeks. Okay, I'll do it real quick. All right, there is this guy named Victor Noir, and he has a grave. He has he's not with us anymore, and he was a journalist who was shot dead. I'm trying to figure out how to give you this story because it's such a weird fucking story.
Yeah.
And
So as a journalist, he's dead now.
he's a journalist, and
he
he's
has a
dead.
And he has a grave.
And he has a
As
grave.
dead
He has a
people-
grave.
as
But
dead people
but,
do.
But it's not a headstone. It's an actual statue of him laying down,
Oh.
right? And I'm gonna cover up this part, and that's it right there. You see the statue of him?
And that's
of him?
laying.
Oh.
That's
That's
him
him laying down.
down.
I'm covering up a part of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Now here's a picture of a woman on the statue. See that?
Oh.
Now, if you guys are listening, this woman is like riding him. She's in a thong. She's riding, like she's straddling him,
Yeah.
right?
She's straddling a statue.
Now, I don't know how this happened, but somehow this statue became a fertility symbol. And the story says that those who kiss the statue on the lips, leave a flower in Victor's hat, and rub the genital area will find themselves with enhanced fertility and a great sex life, or find a husband within 1 year.
Wow,
The
what a
lips,
gig.
the lips,
What a gig.
and the trousers bulge on the grave, and they're noticeably shiny from where people are kissing them and rubbing them. And you can see here that the penis part,
Oh, it's all shiny.
it's all
man.
shiny
From all the juice.
from all the juice from all these women that go
all the
masturbate
all the texture, all the
on this
texture,
guy's
all the
grave.
texture took the copper off of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
exactly.
Or
And,
bringing it back,
We're
actually.
bringing it back.
And you can see on his face, not as shiny as his dick.
But it's somewhat.
God, what a fucking man, dude.
In 2000, and I don't.
Who started that, by
How
the
did
way?
he? How
I don't
did
know
he
how he
swing that?
be- I don't
How
know.
did he fucking swing that, man?
And like, who built this guy with his dick to be like that?
Yeah, that's so
Who
funny.
said, "Hey, make sure you tell the statue guy to make his fucking dick
He
pop
did,
up."
dude. Are you kidding me?
He did.
Why wouldn't he?
And
then
he was a journalist.
he was a
He wasn't like a sex.
He was a journalist that was shot dead. I wish he knew. I don't know what type of journalist he was. Maybe he was a sex journalist or something like that.
What?
Now, what you got?
But it
What
was
the
they built a fence around him because it was so bad.
That,
And,
girl, that girl looked pretty hot, too.
They stopped it. Why?
They stopped it in 2004.
What harm was it doing?
I guess it was
other
just
than making him
it
shiny.
shiny, you know?
His dick was shiny from all the texture.
Fucking
Also-
wild, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Also-
so hot. I don't
Remember, he wanted to be one with the.
Wait,
with
I
the
don't want
universe?
fuck the tree, dude. I don't want to be into the grave. Fuck
Yeah.
that. I want to be buried and I want a statue
Yeah.
with my dick all shiny.
Yeah,
And he
that's
wants to be buried alive.
That's what we call a take back. Hey, Chris wants his take back.
Yeah, fuck the
Yeah,
tree.
he doesn't wanna
I ain't
be
trying to go to
one
that
with the
fucking
earth.
tree.
Now, it doesn't mean that. Like, it seems like girls are like coming, right? Not just like I'm gonna.
I
Just
just
like
think they're rubbing their
rub,
themselves.
rub.
I mean,
I feel like some of them are just
you
like
think some of them are like,
all the way.
I bet you, what I think
all the
is,
way May.
because it promises fertility, a baby within 1 year.
Yeah.
So I bet some of the girls that go up to the statue are like, look, I'm not going to fucking do this half-ass. I'm going to fucking masturbate until I come on this guy's statue dick, and that'll for sure, give me a baby. So I think Louis might be right that some people
You think
are
that's
Just to play it safe.
Just to play it
Some
safe.
girls are riding Mr. Whatever to completion.
all the way to heaven.
Well, think about it, dude. You want to look. You want to
want
do
the
it
baby
once
or not?
Fucking
Well,
monkey
yes.
bastard.
And then also, do you want the doubt in your head that the reason?
I've never been so jealous in my fucking life,
I know.
dude.
Now
I've
here's the
never-
question. Louis, you're still married to Jasmine. It's 30 years later, or whatever, right? We're getting to die soon, and you're planning your burial, and you tell her that you want a statue of yourself like that with your dick popping out, and that
Your dick bulge.
You sure that you want something similar like this to happen to your gravesite, and also you do like the shocker in one hand.
Oh shit! Okay.
And then you're like.
Yeah,
you have it whatever you want. You know?
Everything.
Do you think she would allow it?
No.
No.
No, dude.
I feel like she might.
No, she's more jealous than what you guys think, dude.
I don't know, man.
Obviously,
telling
like,
you.
okay.
She'll be like,
No,
all
no,
right,
no.
big strong man.
Okay.
I'm sure the ladies will ride your dick. Yeah,
okay, Mr. Casanova.
Yeah. She would. Yeah, and it like she would just mock me. I feel.
Yeah, she would. That's what I was.
But she wouldn't like it. No.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Daniel, I'm not even gonna ask. Dude.
Yeah. God. Daniel.
I wouldn't even fucking ask her, dude.
Yeah.
After death, dude, there's no fucking way.
She would be sitting there with the fucking shotgun by the
waiting
statue.
for any bitch to come by. Like, don't even think
And
about
she
it.
would really think that people would come,
Yeah.
Oh shit! And that's the baby doll of the week.
Yeah. No shit, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck.
let's make it the
I've
baby
never
doll.
been so jealous of a dead guy.
Yeah. Why not?
That's the baby doll. Whoever that guy's name. Victor Noir.
Would you guys do not?
Hello, Richie.
Would you guys do something like that? Not obviously we're guys, so the whole getting pregnant or finding a husband, but let's just say like an illness, and it's you know what the exact same fucking statue, the exact same thing. There's an illness, you have it, it's terminal, and you know that everybody that goes and writes the statue
It's cured.
It's cured. I find it hard until you come, by the way. You have to somehow come.
Are you asking if you would?
Would you do it?
Would I do it to a
yes.
statue? Is
The
a male
same-
statue?
As the male statue.
And it would work?
It would work.
Well, I would do it, yeah. The question is,
How would you feel doing it?
I feel like I'd feel cold.
I would just feel like...
But you're telling me it 100% works. It's
At
not
100, like you would have to, right? You
I
have
wouldn't
to
do it unless I knew.
if it
really worked.
I just don't believe in that
right, I
bullshit.
just wouldn't. I'd be
Yeah,
like, you
but
need
there'd
to
be-
give me like, show me like.
Chris
fucking
would be
proof.
like 8 months in chemo before he really considered it.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
I would just.
I was like, ugh. I was like, dude, just write the cock. I'm telling you.
That's funny. You think I would do chemo?
The question is like, you and Jasmine are trying to have a baby. You can't have a baby.
Yeah.
You know, and she's like, I've heard of this statue in France. You know, like.
Yeah.
And she tells you the story, and then she's like, I really want to try it. You know. The thing is that there's a long line. You know, there's 20 people. They're always waiting, so you kind of have to like do it in front of people. Would you be okay with her going to try it? And she has to do it till completion, and there's a long line of people.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be like, look, babe, we got like 5 dogs, and there's always an option.
There's 5 dogs.
Yeah.
Use the dog excuse again.
I don't know, man. I don't think I would. I don't think I'd buy it. And even if she showed me facts like fucking heart data, I'd be
Oh
like,
yeah, no question. I would just be like, we're not
what
having
if-
a fucking baby, dude.
Yeah.
What if there's nobody there? You can have alone time. Nobody will see her but you.
Yeah.
Then would you let her?
well, that's different. Now we're kind of fucking on top of a statue, right? Then I'm down for that.
No, you're
No,
not
no, you
there.
can't be there.
I thought
not
you said
touching
I'm
her.
there.
You're
there,
watching
but-
her, but you're not.
Oh,
you're not laying on top of her, dude.
You're not having a threesome.
This isn't a fucking opportunity for you to
Yeah.
get your beak wet too.
Yeah, you're the cuckold.
You're just watching.
Guaranteed? And we really want the
No,
baby?
no, this isn't guaranteed. This is just something she believes.
Oh, then fuck no.
but she believes it in her
she,
core.
She like really thinks it's gonna work, and it's the last thing. You
Yes,
guys,
yes,
it's
Mercury's
just-
in retrograde. Fuck out of here.
It's just a statue, man.
No, it's not that I'm jealous of the statue. I just feel like
What is
silly.
it?
Like I feel it's like, oh, let's go get our like the cards read or our palm read. I'd like, no, I'm not doing that. If we do it for a bit, that's different. But to like take it serious, I just can't.
even if you had a babysitter for the dogs.
It's not about the dog. The dogs were just an excuse. I just don't. If there's no hard evidence, then I would say no. I'm not doing that bullshit. Would you?
But it's not her. It's not you. It's her doing it.
Yeah, if it was just us, I'd be like, yeah, go fuck the statue. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'd be like, dude, I would fucking throw that in their face for 20 more years. Like, remember when you fucked that statue in France? We're not fucking going. You know, it's just ammo.
It's just ammo. Yeah, you're smart. You're like,
Oh,
it's
that's a good
ammunition
point,
for the
dude.
future.
Yeah. Anything she thinks something,
Yeah,
anytime something
you
is a
think
good
that's a good
idea to her,
idea?
no, you fucked a statue in France.
The
Right.
Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Remember the fucking statue in France? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Anything.
No
You're
way.
Right.
Yeah.
Very good point. That's a married man right there,
Yeah,
dude.
yep.
That is a
That's
fucking
a married
man.
for sure.
Okay.
There's a difference.
All
Chris?
right.
Oh, I mean, I don't.
I feel like Chris is.
Dude,
definitely
I
gonna
would be so horny. It would be good because if I was watching her, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't wait to go fuck her after this. I feel like, dude, did you see that chick?
Yeah,
oh my
I know.
God.
It's
If my lady's over there looking like that, I'm just going to be like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
wait to fucking get back to the fucking hotel room and fucking.
She'd have you dressed like a statue or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I paint myself green like those motherfuckers that don't move in the. Yeah, dude. Just my,
like in San Francisco.
just my fucking dick out, like the only thing flesh colored on me.
No, paint that shit too.
Yeah, dude.
Well, anyways, that's all the time we have. And if you guys know anybody that's willing to ride a statue to get pregnant,
Show
them
them
this
this
episode.
So if you guys know anyone that has a fanny pack across their chest, please ask them what they put in it and show
Show
them
them
this
this
episode.
If you guys know anybody who has texture or doesn't know about texture,
Show
show
them
them
this episode. All
episode.
right, guys. See you next
See ya.
week.
Peace.